of a matchup. So
Liquids.
a lot of AoE now. So it is on the earlier end, but just between Jakiro, Nyx Assassin, and Puck, the AoE spells they're going to be tossing out should give plenty more space to this Lone Druid, I would say, than our previous game. And always relevant. I got this thing here. Wow. How many games is that, though? Out of curiosity, what is that, like one in... I assume it's only one win? Yeah, but like, I bet he's 1-8, right? For the Puck. Yeah, so...
10 seconds remaining.
Well, it would just be 2-14 if it's 16 games then.
Look at this guy. This is why we have Canadians in the world, everybody.
Yeah, they're not part of NA. Get away from that NA map.
Geography as well. It's great.
I don't know. If you guys build that northern wall, maybe we won't be part of North America. We'll be the North America. You'll just be Middle America.
Exactly. Oh, man. All right. We got to stop talking about that before tears are shed. But anyways, we're moving out across the map. Secret facing off against Team Liquid. It does look like the bug is still going on with team names not showing up, but upper right is going to be Secret, of course. And bottom left, we've got Team Liquid. And it looks like it is just going to be that classic lane of Mind Control and GH hanging out together. These guys, they always seem to lane together, whatever the option is for Liquid that they take as far as heroes go.
Yeah, I think they work really well in tandem, too. Bottom lane, a similarly obnoxious lane, though. Jakiro, Nyx Assassin. Mango on Kazu, so he's got a nice base HP regen of 5. Just chilling in lane. Difficult to kill, and then Liquid Fire going to be breathed out here once DOTA gets himself up to level 2. So, Matumba Man, despite being a pretty tanky hero on the Vengeful Spirit, starts out nicely. Has great stats.
Yeah.
He's still going to have a rough go over down there.
Very curious to see how this works out, and of course, getting this kind of interesting placed ward here. It's going to see any movement that be off the side. I guess, is it going to see that pull camp that we didn't see in all the Radiant side? It doesn't look like it. It would be tough for them to make that happen, but Matumba Man need to dodge away from all of this. Impale is going to connect. Looks like they will be able to take away that rune, and also Matumba Man getting ran down. He might end up going down, trying to make it to the shrine, and he is going to be able to get there, but I think that he's just going to waste the shrine and end up dying nonetheless. The second Impale, Matumba Man dropping, and first blood by the new guy, Mr. Kazu.
Ouch. Yeah, I'm surprised he went for the shrine, but I guess do whatever you can to try and survive there. So for now, he's all alone down bottom. Kuro's mid. Put a little bit of damage in, trying to harass this Puck. Of course, it's going to be a little bit obnoxious. Might want to grab that Ignite now, yeah, before Puck hits level 2. Don't want him dodging out your one source of harass.
Too bad for you.
Now, this is kind of a bit of a tough one. Bottom lane again, they're going to keep the pressure onto Matumba Man, who is already having a tough time. Pilot Eye really just getting up in Matumba Man's grill, and well, looks like they're going to be able to keep the pressure on to mid one. Yeah, you talk about it, no phase shift right now. Mid one's going to eat all of this.
Bottom lane, they're just going to keep that up Matumba Man too. He's a ranged hero, so does not want to tank. Creeps under the tower. At least he starts with a decent amount of armor 4, and then even more once he's got the aura going. But out here, relatively vulnerable. He snuck himself into the trees, though. Some cute little plays by Matumba Man to get some experience, and Pilot I can't quite step out where he is.
Good recognition by Matumba Man as well. Even if he's not able to get himself into a great position to get last hits, at least staying in experience range. And well, Kuroki is now going to move in and try and help him out a little bit. They need to make sure that Matumba Man at least gets off to a decent start. You can't have support Venges running around.
Meanwhile, mid, Puppy has more experience than Miracle. He's also been zoned out a little bit here, but he just one wave down is all. It makes its way to the tower, and more spells tossed out here from Puppy. Very obnoxious hero too.
Yes.
Comes mid, throws the damage over time on you.
Yeah, and I mean, looking at it as well, you have the salve for Miracle, but outside of that, he's still a ways away from his bottle, and it's going to be tough for him. I'm not sure exactly how you recover with this, especially since you need to make sure that your Venge is having an okay time, so...
I mean, it's fine though. Like, Silencer, he can't be here the entire time. Puck misses out on a lot of those advantages in the mid lane against Alchemist because you can't use phase shift at all. It gives you no extra survivability against this hero.
Bottom lane again, Matumba in trouble, trying to find the kill. Dual Breath is gonna connect, and that should be enough. Another kill going their way, and I don't think there's any way that Ogre can really punish. Well, maybe iG.Vitality dropping a little bit low, but yeah, he's just out of there. He should be fine here.
Yeah, Kuro's struggling a little bit here, just to fully kind of get his role done. He's trying to control all the runes, make sure that he's being taken, getting that illusion rune down the bottom lane, but you put two heroes up top against this lone druid. It's starting to work a little bit with the body blocks here, but MP, he's just too fast. So despite both these heroes committed up top, lone druid still having an okay time. They are doing pretty well against his last, so he's only 8-2, and now he's driven all the way back to his tier 2. So bottom, yeah, it's going rough, but MP's having a very similar time up here.
That's just the age of the dual lanes, and you know, facilitated as well by these shrines, which can eventually get turned upon. It does look like they're going to be sending the Jakiro and that silencer over to this shrine of the Dire side, and then maybe double down upon trying to pressure Miracle, or they could head now bottom. We'll see which way they decide to go.
Yeah, they have those arcanes on Kezu as well. He picks them back up. Very rich. It's in the top of the net worth right now.
And this movement is not going to be spotted. No wards in the area. Looks like iG.Vitality and Puppey.
Oh, GH might get the bear up top.
Looking for it, but meanwhile over here on the other side they found Miracle walking up into high ground, is in a lot of trouble as well, and he is going to pop. So 3-0 start already. Secret on a roll despite the troubles that are going on up in the top lane. And Kuro wanted that bounty run.
4 int for Puppey.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, Impale connects onto Matumba Man again. And it is just, it's feeling quite rough. They need to find some type of a way to pressure MP even further. He's able to pick up the bounty rune away from GH, who's now forced back again. But they're getting ready to dive bottom again.
Yeah, MP is also about to be level 5 up here too, so the root will come into play. I make it a little bit more difficult for GH to be trading over in these woods here. Does not want to feed away a kill.
Dire's middle
and then the other big moment will be mind control hitting up into 6.
Still in position.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
this ward placement would see any rotations that come in from the other side of the jungle, but now with this creep wave, if you're Matumba Man, it's hiding time. They do not want to themselves in a bad spot here. It looks like actually he's going to head back mid for the moment.
Yeah, along with Kuro with that bloodlust. Times are a little bit tougher for Alchemist stays. Of course, you point out he's doing quite well, but he doesn't have the ease of his supports just stacking every minute. It's more difficult to be efficient as they get a nice little D ward up top too.
I will say, how many times have we seen Alchemists just end up having a really rough laning stage and then come back though? He is in some trouble now, not quite level 6, and so he's gonna have to bottle through this. No TP either. Gonna try and deny himself to some ancients, and is it gonna come a time? No. Mid one ends up picking up that kill. Easy peasy for the puck. So despite the win rate concerns that I was having going into this, they're showing puck can still be a very strong pick.
Yeah, mind control now. Playing a bit with fire up here. MP trying to get maximum harass of the root, but the next wave comes, so unable to continue the chase. Matumba Man still living down bottom despite this heavy pressure. It's been a while since he went. Oh, I'm sorry, Matumba Man. I'm sorry. Oh, he missed the impale.
That would have been really bad.
Almost jinxed the poor guy.
Well, able to escape from that one for the moment. And you're seeing also up top here, the lone druid is definitely getting a little bit more space since the pressure is stopping applied to him. Kuroki can maybe do something, but it's not going to be easy to kill him by any means. Savage Roar, always just such a great spell for druid to get out and away. So early laning stage, I would imagine pretty heavily favored into the secret. Do you think though that Liquid are kind of okay with this and maybe have some plan to make moves together
Miracle.
Later? Oh my god.
Haste rune on mid one, but without that spell connecting, it's not really worth going for. Doesn't know the status of the ultimate either. Currently, the big thing for Liquid will be some sort of a turnaround play, more than likely with the Brewmaster, and maybe secret dive a little bit too deep. Puck is looking to accelerate right now, so mid one probably going to be hopping behind some towers. got his treads done. Start building up either in towards his Veil or his Blink Dagger with a Coddle as well as a Core Venge. Blink sounds pretty tempting to me. Just trying to get on top and get the maximum spell damage in there on some relatively squishy heroes and maybe even some clutch silences onto Ogre when you're going in for the ganks. Tubman's going to leave. They're going to sack this tower. They're focusing everyone up top. And although they're going to finish the tower down bottom first, at least more than likely, it still means that if they try and defend up top, Mind Control's here with the split. So it's a very difficult proposition here for the Dire. Even this TP.
Mid one going for it, in maybe a little bit of trouble. They get the silence off, but still need to be chased around. He does not have a blink right now. Can Kuroki find him? He has a Fire Blast there and ends up being able to phase shift, get out of there for the moment with the Jaunt. Kuroki game ran down. They've gotten everybody in. They made enough space with mid one, and Kuroki ends up going down, but they have used the split. There's the lift up onto the puck. They bring him back down, trying to find the kill. They are not going to be able to get it. He gets the jaunt out the end, and now Matumba Man also in trouble. They are going to throw at the Savage Roar, but it's not going to be enough. Still trying to chase mid one down. Can they get this kill? No, the split is going to wear off. And mid one now looking for the silence, able to jaunt away again, just trying to outplay Mind Control here. Oh, and now Mind Control in a ton of trouble. They don't have another Savage Roar here, but they will. They won't be able to get him. So Mind Control survives, and they lose their bottom tier 1 tower. Liquid, while Secret saves their own, and Keizu able to survive that blinding light as well.
Wow, pretty nice escape there from Mind Control, but that was a very odd engagement. Starting right from the beginning with mid 1's TPM, but with that haste turn, he's feeling pretty bold. It certainly worked out in the end. Now 6 kills to nothing here, and first Bruce split not going as planned. I mean, the toss-up onto the puck, there's really no way to lock him down once he comes down. And so it was a pretty easy escape there for mid one. All Mind Control could do at that point was just try and force mid one back, maybe get himself a lucky kill, but at least hope that more of his allies could escape by going after the puck. It seemed unlikely he could have killed anyone else with the split. But I would guess that was his rationale for the movement.
Yeah.
Now we go back into defensive posture here for Liquid, while Kuro will just keep that Bloodlust on cooldown. Just keep throwing it on the Miracle.
Yeah. That's what you gotta do. Get this guy pretty big here.
Keizu knows that too, though.
Yeah, they're actually gonna change targets for a second, looking for Matumba Man. They don't want to head in for Miracle as of yet. They will find GH there, as well as Kuroki. And just not feeling comfortable going too deep into the enemy jungle. They've built up a substantial lead and they don't want to throw it all away. That being said, it's still the Brew and the Alchemist that are top of the CS mark.
Yeah, Mind Control actually just scan up top too. Maybe worried that Nick Sessam's around him. Because Keizu's been off the map for a very long time, putting the threat in, and that's Matumba Man, right? And he's just down here. He can't go anywhere until he sees Nyx. And he'll spot him now.
So what do you think about this build that Miracle is sort of posturing towards? He's looking to go back in for the Helm of the Dominator on Alk. Is this a bit strange to you? Do you think he changes up his item build before he goes for that?
No, I think he's just trying to go for an actual fighting build. So maybe more in towards that kind of classic style. S and Y is what it always used to be when Alchemist was popular in those days. But Helm can fulfill a similar role. Just makes you very tanky. And then just maybe into a Maelstrom after that. Try and fight that way rather than going in towards a Radiance build. Like, is he really going to get a Radiance in time to be effective in this game? Currently, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, man. And Matumba Man here. Yeah, this is going to be a tough one. I think that they're just committed to making his life hell, as he's going to walk back into the Impale, the Dream Coil down, damage being dealt out, and no way to escape. They find that kill on what was once dreamed to be a position 1 hero. He's below the Coddle now. This has just been a terrible game for the Venge. It is just a really rough laning stage.
Yeah, all 3 lanes. Well, I guess technically Mind Control, in terms of gold, has one of his lane.
Oh. And Alchemist a little bit ahead as well of mid 1, though mid 1 has been able to be a lot more effective in terms of what he's done with the gold given and the experience given in a part of those games.
That is for sure. But there's our blink for Mind Control, so this is probably what they would want to use to, like, the fighting build from the Alchemist could really help facilitate a blink build from your Brewmaster. Pretty standard stuff, but you need someone to at least combo up with these blink and your claps into your ultis, so MP would be a fantastic target to go for. The only problem is you're still diving up against an enemy puck. So likely wary about doing this. Matumba Man in there pretty deep with the smoke.
We'll take that.
Another thing too is that we're going to be seeing the puck pick up his blink dagger now at 12-minute mark, so this is going to be a really great timing for them if they can manage to find that in the midst of a fight. Keizu continuing to scout out just sees all of this movement from Liquid, and they're going to be able to pressure this tower, trying to figure out what their next objective is around the map. It feels like a 5-on-5 engagement right now is pretty hard for them still.
They did just get that tower top pretty easily, though.
Yeah.
Command just comes up, mind control's here, and they're not willing to engage into it. Kez hoping to find probably Coddle, I guess, rotating up or seeing if they were going to amass units in the top lane.
Oh, God. Kuroki's super dead.
Oh, well, I mean...
Yeah, he didn't place the ward, which was the nice part, so they aren't going to be able to get a free D-ward off of that.
Yeah, as the puck, you definitely want every single kill to accelerate. Get yourself more and more gold, but it's only Kuro. It's like 1,200 net worth right now, so... Although a nice grab for him, not the biggest loss over here for Liquid. Still very much Secret's game, current moment. Looking very strong.
Well, and the other thing here, like Puppey has been a part of so many of these kills. He has 12 int at this point in time, at 13 minutes in. Oh, God, and they're going to run right into Miracle. He is still in a... that could have been a Spike Carapace moment right there, but didn't want to end up diving for it, I guess. And also worth noting that Keizu's been able to pick up a Midas, so... Arcane's Midas, 13 minutes.
900 gold as well.
Swap out, looking for Puppey. They are going to be able to find that kill. Silence onto 2, not bad. Nice path to Macro Pyre. That was a pretty slick move right there by Matumbo Man.
Yeah, I'm surprised they were able to get that kill off too. Without any big repercussions, that global silence stopping any sort of a split there, but Coil not used, so they'll have that. They want to go for a little bit of a re-goose here from the Dire side. Maybe when Puppey comes back up, if there's any sort of pressure from Liquid, they could also easily hold. But it's going to be a Coddle recall in the top lane, a smoked Keeper of the Light. And they'll blink and get the bear. Mind control rich now. That's the money shot right there.
Well, and the other thing that's pretty cool about this too, actually, is because Miracle has had such a good time, he's actually gone back in towards the Radiance, because he almost has enough for the Relic, so might actually still end up turning into one of those games where Secret are going to have to really deal heavily with all of the push coming from around the map, and Kings come out, they realize that the movement is there from Keizu as well as mid one. Getting squared up for a fight, they pull back in Pielidae, trying to find the kill. They don't have global right now. Puppey had already blown it in the previous engagement, and well, another pick off for Liquid. They're starting to bring it back.
Still waiting for that one big team fight here from Secret, but yeah, with the global down, just going to have to reposition himself now in the puck. Not even able to do much aggressively.
Good silence. The Impale is also going to connect. Force staffed away. They are keeping their buddies alive. That's a farmed Coddle.
Yeah, seriously. Great force staff pickup. Man, they really have made a ton of space. I'm shocked they haven't lost more buildings with just the earlier lead, the fact they have this Jakiro, the Blink Dagger up, but Secret unable to really get too much going off of Keizu. He's been scouting and giving plenty of vision and whatnot, but him and mid one haven't really ganged up together, haven't gone for like a smoke or something like that. The Midas maybe slowing it down a little bit just because he does have that lack in mobility, but I guess it'll be more of a mid-game timing for them. Mid one to Veil, perhaps adding enough damage. These fights will come with ease.
And that probably was a call there, I'm sure, if they already got so much out of that laning phase. You know, you hit a stronger timing when he's going to be able to have the blink same time as mid one has the Veil, and he almost has it. Very, very close as they're smoked up together. DD Rune on the puck. They ping it out, though, yes. In vision? Like it was that ward spotted it.
So
everybody nice backing out. Yeah, they're super ready for this. And Miracle is about to have Radiance at 16 minutes despite his early woes, and meanwhile over here to the side they're going to drop the global down. Mind control gain chase, not dead as of yet though, and he can get the split off now. GH still in trouble, but Puppey is the one who's going to end up falling now. A really good macro pyre down as well as the ice path, and Pielidae trying to get up to the high ground wasn't going to happen. The force staff was not quite quick enough. Liquid coming back strong off of this one, and well, he wasn't, or mid one rather, wasn't really able to do as much as you would have thought.
Yeah, global silence. It looked good, but then that hood Really, really nice pickup from Mind Control. Keeps him alive, just narrowly. Made sure the split came off, and that fight was going to turn out to be quite the disaster. So, puck pick not working out. Possible the stats didn't lie. And the way this game is turning as Miracle starts turning in towards tier 1.
Yeah.
Mind Control come out, help beat it down. Jakiro coming in a little bit close.
This is a pretty bold move right now. Gonna force staff away, trying to, I guess, juke away from the stun there. Throws out the ice path, not gonna hit him. And the long duration said they weren't able to hit him. This is looking like it could go kind of south now for Liquid, trying to run away. Impale is not going to connect onto anybody, but they do have to jump in. There's mid one on top of Miracle, trying to bring him low. He is so freaking tanky, though. They're missing hits. He runs in the ice path. Macro Pyre down as well. He's going to end up going down. Not quite there in time, and they will lose the Alchemist finally, but he's still so far ahead already.
Well, Pilot with the baits. I think it's a nice little play for his team using that force staff.
They're all very rich. Everybody feels like they've gotten a good amount out of the laning stage already and building into these mobility items.
And again, it's another game where we haven't really seen much of the bear. He's up top at his little interactions and whatnot, but like that dive in the towers, MP's not there because he's just farming away, trying to get into more and more items. Now he'll head into that Mjolnir with his Maelstrom and Dragonlance finished up. And considering that's a Radiance Alchemist, although he hasn't had much time for the Radiance to actually kick in, MP is still very burned.
Yeah. It is true. And he is terrifying to deal with range that's there now online, and actually going to be getting into the damage talent after he takes a couple more of these. Oh, Macro Pyre stealing a couple of the Ancients as well from Matumba Man. Matumba Man has had a very tough game. Still 4th lowest net worth. Not what you would normally expect out of him, and it's kind of like they're putting all their hopes and dreams into this Alchemist.
And Kezu now, he opted for a force staff, which 2 different fights they've already proved their worth, so why not have another one on the team? Top lane, mid one is just gonna try and push this out.
Full pipe completed for Mind Control now as well. Take a look at the way the rest of this itemization is going to be coming up soon, and well, more force staffs on the way for Kuroki. He's probably a ways away from it. They're not necessarily the greatest in the world at being able to farm, but nonetheless, Ags for Coddle. He already has 2 components of it. They are... If I'm Secret right now, I'd be a little bit worried.
I'm loving the way Mind Control's playing this game too. He's just always up here, just farming away. He doesn't have too much concern for himself, and he's also not too worried about always just being with the team and smoking up every single time you have the Brewmaster ult on, because he's got an Alchemist on his team.
Right.
So it's more about like a defensive posturing, like, okay, I'll be there, I'll be ready to TP in if they try and make a move. They have the puck. Like, I'm more comfortable as a Brewmaster heading into those next little parts of the game, 30 minutes or so, Roshan fights and whatnot. I'm okay being the Brew at this moment and going later with my Alchemist than this fucking lone Druid. At least that seems to be what Mind Control's saying. He pipes up here.
Yeah.
Could have some trouble TPing out.
He blinks away, breaks there, and is just going to be able to go for the TP out. They caught him. Not quite there in time.
Something happened with Kezu's angle there on that force staff. Or he was possibly trying to cover more angles at once, but either way, the delay just gave him a little bit of time to get out.
Oh, and this is great right here as well. Bottom lane pushing in now. They recall in the Panda, and this is going to dissuade the side of Team Secret from really trying to contest this, I would imagine. Instead, they're going to be smoked up, looking for the mid lane, and Impale reveals their presence. They are going to be able to run into Miracle, though. The Spike Carapace slowing him down for the moment. Global comes out as well. This is really not the fight they want to be taking, though. Global is now going to be on cooldown for a very long time. Puppey able to TP out. I feel like I must have missed something there with the way that fight started, because that looked very clunky.
What was the Impale at? Did you see?
I'm not sure. It might have been... I don't know. Highlight eye.
I saw him get the Carapace to stun the Alch, but then I just saw Impale was on cooldown. So yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah. The dives anyway from Mind Control down the bottom lane.
Gonna be able to run down Kezu here. The Impale is out, but he had already run away the Earth Panda, so Mind Control going to be fine. Don't have Bruce split, but also no global for Secret. Feeling like Liquid are definitely taking control of this game here.
Yeah, and this is pre-Manta as well. Yasha just on the courier.
Radiant's top
Yeah,
tower
there must have been
is
something we
under
missed there with the impale. I'm sure that he didn't just impale nothing, but really good play from Liquid. Mind control.
Courier, nice.
We'll
the
play.
crit.
Both couriers go down.
Radiant's courier
Meanwhile,
has
across
been
the board, they're able to take another one, and Drow running down and killing off Kuroki. Well played. GH is just going to try and throw out one more Illuminate. God, he's so close to Aghanim's already. Only 800 gold away. Game is just really going into the favor of Liquid. How does Secret come back from this? What's the next move for them?
Probably Roche would be one thing they're eyeing up. They're definitely starting to lose their grip. They have a puck. He's starting to fall off a little bit. He's up against an Alchemist in the mid. You know, one of these guys is a little bit better than the other, hanging these later parts. So if they could get an Aegis on their bear, grab these towers, close out the space that's there for the Alchemist to farm, it's probably their best bet. But GH is going to make high ground very difficult, and even seizing these last towers, it's going to be a rough time. The Mjolnir won't be back until the Courier returns as well, because that was its recipe. It's taken away.
We do have both of the tier 2 towers down on the side lanes, and it's going to be a way that maybe Secret can try and get back into this, is split pushing with Lone Druid a little bit or something like that. Obviously not as good as when you have the bear, but he still does a lot of damage. As mid lane, they tried to go on to mid one, but just going to be a Miracle continuing to farm. He has that Manta style now. Building back into the Octarine next.
Good one, really not getting that time to shine in a game like this, considering his nice start. We don't really have the best control for him. Maybe he'll be the one who gets tossed up in the air too, via mind control, just not in a way to kill him, because he'll always just escape from something like that. But if they can toss him in the air and allow everyone to focus onto MP and eliminate one of these heroes, it's going to be trying to provide that space for the Lone Druid. Might be enough for Liquid to continue holding these fights, but for now, it's the Roche taking.
Yeah. Pyle dies in the area, and actually he's going to TP back home, so they won't be able to get here in time to defend it. And mid one actually is going to be the person that they find going over to try and get a Rune Face, just because he couldn't actually get it. Well, Eul's Scepter lift up as well. He does have a blink. Oh, broken again. He's in a lot of trouble here, and he is going to be able to make it out for the moment. But the swap trying to get out of there. They are not going to be able to quite catch up. One.
Oh, that was so sick.
Houdini himself.
Right after the swap, he got the shot. That was so sick.
Jeez.
Ooh, mid one, close.
And now actually it might have saved them enough time to be able to just thrown up in the air. Trying to force step away, but got caught by the impale mid force step. And this has actually got them enough time to come and contest Roshan. So great plays by mid one.
Oh, all right. Close one, you know. Collar a little bit there, but it's all right. Shrine up. Now the only thing is, they pop global and they still have split, so Roche still isn't free for the side of Secret.
Right.
Probably trying not to be a free kill here.
Well, they just use it right now and trying to run him down. They might be able to make it happen. They're trying to kill off the pandas instead, and no, the rest of the side of Liquid is actually not with them currently. So this is actually one of those moments where they might even want to let the panda live, so that way when he comes back, all right, there they go, nicely done. They're going to be able to do it. Matumba Man swaps him out, and he is still going to go down here, I believe. The rundown coming, and Matumba Man trying to run in as well, seeing if he can find a kill. This is actually a pretty bad fight, unless they can kill off the Alchemist, and he can bring him in. Keizu trying to run away. He's going to pop the spike. Carapace throws out the Impale as well, running out and away from the Alchemist illusions. Mid one trying to kill them off. Over on the other side of the fight, they weren't able to quite kill off the Matumba Man. Puppy is going to drop there, so they find that kill. 7-13, and
mid one wants backstab here.
Jump, GH looking for it, almost got him. Is he going to be able to find it? He's so low. He actually is going to re-aggro the Arcane Curse though, and that should be the kill onto the GH Coddle. Can they run down mid one yet again? He's going to be able to blink out for the moment. Still dealing damage. Jaunt away. Slippery little puck is going to be able to make his escape yet again.
Yeah, really lacking the tools and not even the best build-ups later in the game either. It's going to be a pretty nice game. Probably going to see a lot of those from mid one here. So he's finally getting his opportunity to shine. A couple good engagements in the mid lane, but despite this all starting with a Roche, he is the one guy who is still standing. Mind control, heading back in. Just got a little bit of a slow start.
Oh, Miracle in the mid lane. They've got another Impale. It doesn't feel like they're going to be able to take that fight, though, again. And, well, maybe they pop Manta-style illusions and send them over there to the shrine, but whatever the case is going to be, Secret do not want to give this up. They have Global for this fight as well. They actually had ads on Kato, and he wasn't going to be able to get off the hill right at the start. Global Silence comes out. Everybody taking a lot of damage right now. Lyrical is going to end up stunning himself. Also, Mind Control tried to keep them back, but it just couldn't happen. Gold going the way of Secret, and now they spot out GH on the high ground as well. Mid one blinks up there, going to be able to take him down. 3 dead already. Keizu looking for more. Kuroki is going to end up dropping as well. So, oh man, Secret came back in a big way in this fight, and now they're going to be able to turn their sights onto Roshan, and that is a huge win for them.
Yeah, Mind Control makes his way to the shrine. He's going to pop it. Get his mana, but I don't think he's heading anywhere back near that fight. Yeah, into his rune down bottom. And Roche will be handed on over. So our lone druid, all these space creators, they are opening up that path for the damage. Global Silence being used fantastically in that fight.
Under attack.
Should be a pretty easy tier 2 mid for them. Mind Control can do nothing but split push the bottom lane.
And this is a problem. Taking all these tier 2 towers, shrines are now going to be open, and gonna cut off future access to Roshan as well. They're going to try and TP and see if they can catch a wraparound on a Mind Control. Going for the TP out. They have him though. He's going down. What was once looking so good for Liquid is now starting to fall away. Granted, this has all been the Alchemist getting picked off at the start of the fight, so maybe just need to protect themselves a little bit better. We'll see how the next couple minutes break out. How are you feeling about Secret's potential right now, though?
Well, pretty damn good. They got all the towers now, so starting to close out these shrines would be a great way to limit the movement of GH. Making sure that like he doesn't want to invest into boots of travel, so it's more difficult for him to do things like TP up to the shrine, come up and work his way into these trees, especially if they have a vision along this line from Secret, and limiting the farm on GH to just base defense. Be very handy. It's still going to be difficult to control Miracle, but trying to widen this gap in the net worth overall, maybe get up some of those items to help out your lone druid, like some Lotus Orbs, even a Helm creep. Well, I guess Puppy's been working that Helm. I wonder if he's been diffusing lone druid. I've been paying attention, but I was thinking about that just during the draft. But if you wanted to actually have that diffusal ready for MP, it might be a good way to actually purge him.
Interesting.
Of the blind, but yeah, this is kind of classic Puppy build. Works out really nicely. I liked it at DOTA. A lot of good games with it.
Well, and he does seem to really be the problem right now for Liquid. They just don't have any answers to the Global Silence when it comes down. You think about that fight, had it GH maybe been able to get off one more blind, or rather Illuminate, as he is going to end up dropping now. They might have been able to keep the Alchemist alive, and that's one of those fights where if you're able to save him at the last second, it just all turns around.
Well, it's going to be up to Liquid to turn this game around. Keizu with the gem. Time to close it on out here. This is the chokehold part of the game. Gonna look for every nook and cranny. As oh man, that is a lot of tomes. Pilot Eye is gonna be doing some reading here. A couple levels.
Yeah. What you want. You get those up, and well, we haven't seen a ton of the talents make a huge difference as of yet. See mainly just those gold per minutes, a little bit of magic resistance and damage here and there, but by and large, it's feeling like, well, it was a very strong performance by Liquid over those couple of minutes, and now very heavily back into Secret's favor.
And 2 minutes left on the Aegis. So see how much they can get done.
In control. A little bit afraid of going too deep into that, with good reason. One almost was able to catch him, so the blink away, good decision, pushing out the lanes nonetheless. MP, Scotty online, as well as the Mjolnir, building now into the MKB. The amount of time left on the Aegis, that they can try and go high ground for this, or just about shutting him down?
I think shrines would be a good goal. Just make sure that this should be limited. I mean, that should just happen right now anyway, honestly, with MP here. 2 minutes feels a little bit risky, but wouldn't mind taking one fight with the global. I guess it all depends on the items that they're all trying to build. Like that Shiva's Guard onto mid one, now being finished up.
Right. Yeah, one of those tanky and damaging items. It's still a problem with Puck where you're running into issues of HP, but there's ways to itemize around that, and MP ready to walk up to high ground now.
Yeah, they've tightened it. Mid and bottom lane relatively good. GH clears it out though, so bottom will start to make its way away from the base. They focus that tower rather quickly as Miracle returns.
Everybody wants
in hand.
Now
Very
they can
scary
go for the
still.
lift up. Oh man, look at that ice path range as well from Vitality, Aether Lens as well as his talent. So he's up with that huge amount of bonus range. Oh. Stunning the illusions. They want to go for this. Oh, the plus side of this right now for Liquid is that you do have a lot of out spam.
Yeah. It's going to be hard for him to do much until MP has his MKB online too. Going for the Scotty, this is interesting, right? Because we've been seeing so much of this BKB on the Lone Druid, and you can understand why. But in this game, he's going to instead opt towards the MKB, use that, because there's just too many of these annoying blinds to deal with. Not only just the Radiance, but the spells we've mentioned with from the Brewmaster and Keeper of the Light. But this means he won't have the BKB, just going to have to rely on Scotty for his defensive capabilities. Giving him plenty more HP and a little bit of kiting power. And that might be enough to control Miracle.
Yeah.
Could still see him getting out of hand. So many of their AoE spells have been that big buffer between the Radiant and MP, and this BKB might be enough for Miracle to try and close that gap and open it up for the rest of his allies too.
This is one of the interesting things. Alchemist being one of the few heroes can actually outrun the Lone Druid. The 497 for him right now with bots, and MP. Oh, okay, never mind. And when he goes into phase boots, it's a little bit different. 462 naturally, but phase boots make him go pretty quick.
Secret not getting ahead of themselves. Just go back to pushing out these waves. And there is one of those Lotus Orbs now being built up here by Vitality. Still ways away though.
Oh. Moving out. I want to try and get... I mean, is there anything big that can come up soon for side of Liquid that might be able... I guess there's the AC. That makes a pretty decent sized difference in it.
Yeah, he's been working on that for quite a while, but it's only really impacting MP. I guess the buildings are kind of nice though.
Yeah. Well, for now at least, a very slow game, as Secret do not want to end up giving away their advantage, waiting for that next Roshan to spawn. There are a good amount of gems that are now picked up. We saw one on Coddle, and also the other one on Keizu is almost going to be able to finish off that Aghanim Scepter, and it feels like this is sort of going to be the area that they need to keep their eyes on, warding up around the Roshan area, and making sure they don't happen to give it away. It's going to be a kind of early-ish spawn. I think that it was like right under 9 minutes total, if I'm not mistaken.
It's an interesting Alchemist game. Typically when you're having this Alchemist, you kind of have this panic and you're like, we need to go, we need to pressure, we gotta do stuff, or we're gonna lose, but when it's a core Avenge, who's really not much of a core at this point, it's just a lack farm. It's not quite the same situation. 4 heroes smoked it, but there's no Alch, so despite having maybe a tactical advantage in positioning, there's not really much they can do, and well, everyone's smoked and passing by each other anyway.
That was a little unfortunate right there. GH actually had recalled Miracle, but Miracle got hit by the Macro Pyre, and so it canceled. So he wasn't able to show up for that one, and now everybody joining as well. MP already bringing Miracle fairly low. Popstic, if he turns to fight, there is going to be the stun coming out as well. Mind Control tried to go for the split, but is still silenced. I think that they're going to be okay through this, though. They've found MP, starting to bring him low. They get caught. A really good Ice Path, going to connect onto 3, and the follow-up there. Mind Control trying to control up MP, and it looks like they are going to be able to do it. He ends up going down, but Tupperman also in trouble, though, as Puppy is turning and fighting, and damage coming in. He is going to end up dropping just barely. Now, well, mid 1 as well as Vitality left completely alone. I think that mid 1 is going to get out of there, but everybody else ends up dropping. Too large. Liquid looking good.
Wow, taking a fight outside the base, ideal for Secret, you would think. But the jump onto Miracle and then getting a chance to activate the BKB though, just brutal. Mind Control waiting for that Global Silence to get out, and then he had an excellent blink to hop right on top of mid 1. And once that happens, I mean, there's no way that Lone Druid gets away with his current build.
Jeez. Oh, and thinking about this now, the next couple of minutes here, they can probably take down maybe one other of the tier 2 towers, or I guess go in for Roshan, which is about to respawn too. Oh, go check! Go back! Is Kuroki gonna do it? Go, come on. Just walk in there. Go.
Oh,
No! Come on. Oh. That would have been perfect.
Well, Alcadar ATV bought him anyway, but I guess
Yeah.
the AGS could have just ran back and called him.
Yeah.
Everything will be back up at the dire side. There's still a shrine. It's a scary prospect nonetheless. At this rate, though, it is likely to fall into Secret's hands.
No.
See, 30 seconds left until Puppy will have the global silence, and they'll be back at full fighting capacity.
Well, Secret
Ooh,
still.
Aghanims on Kezu. I've noticed these fights, he's putting a lot of work with the mana burn onto the Brewmaster, too. Just trying to get him to the point where he won't be useful.
Speaking of which, Mind Control is going back for a sheep stick now, and well, halfway-ish towards that.
They really needed that for Puck. They just have nothing. Like, they have no way to control him, and it's still gonna be relevant against the Lone Druid too, because even if he eventually builds BKB, until he has it, Scythe's fantastic against him, and once he does have it, well, then you're trying to get your Blink Scythe off before the BKB. So, ideal scenario.
Yeah. You can see
with
mid
an
one
Alpha
also.
Wolf. Oh yeah.
They're thinking about going back for the sheep stick himself. He could still build this into a Lincoln's if he wants. Sometimes you see that on Pucks, obviously, but Roshan gonna fall. They're getting into position to fight it, though. GH is there. They have Blinding Light if they want to use it from far away. Global already comes out, though, and Miracle pops his BKB, turns to fight, wants to battle into these guys. They're all still silenced up, and Split is available. Jump in. Another nice Ice Path. Gonna control him. Puppy, the only one left in the Roche pit, and they are already able to take down MP. There's a huge fight for them. Yet again, Liquid looking good, and they have the Ags out from Kezu, but he had to blink away and get out of there.
Mid one's
so
out of mana.
Roshan, so low. He's going to end up getting stunned up by the Alchemist stun, and they find the kill. Oh, and Liquid looking quite strong now. Everything online for him, and this Aegis going into Miracle's hands.
My Tumbleband's net worth has absolutely exploded. And he was so low like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And now he's rich as hell.
He's... Well, he got the... Oh, you know what it is? He got the Ags upgrade, that's why. I'll give it to him. They were able to sneak by. I was like, yeah, that doesn't seem possible.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Pretty sure Avenge doesn't farm that quickly. All right, so damage now being dealt onto the tier 3s, and well, Puppy is here. They don't have global anymore. This is a really hard hold. Kezu needs to really start throwing out those impales. Swap back in onto MP. There's the stun. Nice 4-step away. They activate the shrine, trying to stay alive, running out of there, and it does look like MP is going to be able to escape with the roll. But eyes on the prize, Miracle taking it down.
Dude, he had no BKB. That could have just been game right there.
And well, they've been able to stun Miracle, but for long, he runs out and away. Ice Path onto 2. God, there's just these moments where find one more hit onto him before they're force-staffed out. Force-staffs are the MVP for sure.
Yeah, seems that item, it used to be one of those ones we rarely saw picked up, but teams really started embracing it, I guess about like a year ago. We're more trying to stop chain stuns and just using them more so in coordination. This courier? Nah, he's not going to find it. Miracle. It's kind of eyeing it for a second there.
Yeah. Well, the net worth graph is a little bit of a roller coaster here, going back and forth. Now 5,000 into the favor of Liquid, but really it's more about these objectives at this point than any type of mind control. They can't get them.
Oh, but the courier.
Go for the courier, though. They know? What? Okay. They just had a feeling that he could have been there. They didn't see a scan, but there might have been one. Oh, Radiant scanned the shop. They might have caught sight of the silencer.
Yeah, they were making their way through there at the same time. Just happened to be right when Kezu was approaching it.
All right. Talent's up now. Alchemist has picked up his 30% life steal, so it was already so hard to kill. More so now.
Mid one not really too close to those ending talents for him as well. That loser orb can make you very mobile. His biggest concern, I know that Lincoln's like, we already have the scythe finished up on our oh well, it's not, it's just about to be finished with that. So there we go. So he has a scythe now. Maybe once this gets spotted, he might go for the Lincolns, and if he can see the backpack at GH, he should know there's a second one coming too, and well, there it is.
Oh my
fully completed
God.
too. So Lincoln's pretty tempting at this point if you're mid one.
GH to me has probably been one of the, like, getting that early 4-staff and then into a quick Ags. Every time they've been taking these fights during daylight, it's just been so powerful for them. Gonna pull Miracle up to the creep wave. Start to assault the top lane.
Yeah, one of the often
MP
overlooked
doesn't
parts
have a
too.
TP. He is not going to get there by the time they get to the high ground, it doesn't look like. Oh, maybe
And the
he will.
wave's kind of slow anyway.
Yeah, okay.
The ability to just pull your allies all across the map non-stop with the Aghanim Scepter is so powerful for Caudle. And still a minute and a half left of daylight, and Age is still online as they move high ground.
Now Miracle potentially getting changed, so he's also facing forward, so 4-staffs would not have helped him there. Atos came out from Puppy, controlling him again. Bear dropping down low. They are going to lose their Bear.
Buyback on just Puppy and MP right now.
Now also, Lone Druid, no Bear for 80 seconds, so mid one jumps in. They're able to get a quick jump, tons of damage on the Miracle. They are going to end up losing it there. Mid one got sheep, realizes what's going on, and, well, they are going to be able to sheep up Miracle. Global Silence comes out as well. Can they run him down? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Mind Control in some trouble. He does have Split, though. They want to go for it, and now buyback status only on that Silencer for the side, well, excuse me, Lone Druid as well.
Oh, so close. They had the right idea. Try and scythe Miracle right out of the Ages. No idea he hasn't popped his BKB yet and burst him down during the Global Silence. But if that's spent, it feels like everything's just gone to the side of Secret. And Miracle almost unstoppable when this BKB comes up. Well, whenever he wants to pop it, that is. It's the high ground. Oh, D-push?
Oh.
Seeming a bit too strong.
They broke Miracle's TP.
Yeah, he got Carapace. His Acid Spray still on the high ground, I believe. Or one of his illusions, something.
Well, a very nice hold there from Secret. They don't even lose their tier 3 tower, and Aegis spent. So by and large, great little play there for Secret. They managed to hold on, and it goes to show, you know, Aghanims as well as the Puck. I mean, he did go for the Sheep Stick, now going back again for the Aghanims. They've got tools to deal with this.
Yeah, now we move into a nighttime. So less powerful GH.
And Miracle trying to farm up another Aghanim Scepter as he actually finished off the Scotty first. I thought that was a point booster for somebody else. Very tanky indeed. Pause. So next couple of minutes, how are you feeling this game plays out here? Each of the squads.
The case has definitely gotten way stronger for Liquid. I think it's hard to give the edge over to the Dire side at this point. Final nudge might be like a BKB or something onto Mind Control. If he can get a little bit of gold going, just something that he can pop, be it BKB, be it Lotus Orb, some way for him to cancel out that first silence and then just get his split off. And at that point, I think it doesn't seem like they have quite enough control to protect MP. Seen Mind Control run down once. I guess he has his BKB and it is still the 10 seconds, so maybe that's what even seeing from the side of Liquid dissuaded them. Maybe fall back in that last team fight.
Looks like we're getting back into this one. Now
I can so easily rat though and try and find a fight outside the base. Ironically, now it seems like the fight outside the base is the one that favors Team Liquid here, as they just want MP not so far deep that it's that risky to go for him.
Right. Well, again, buyback status is at a premium right now. Only the Venge and the Silencer.
Okay. Ooh, man, they are going for this. Smoke looking to use this BKB aggressively.
This is really spooky right here. And
6 seconds till global. They know there's a ward here, so they're playing around that. Going to use the idea that they might feel safer around this ward. But now Miracle's drawing this way.
Okay.
They have scan. Oh, they use it on the Dire. Don't catch them.
They have
still holding their own.
This is going on. They know. They are ready to make this play happen. Pylite going to walk right into it. They spot him out, and very scary moment indeed. Matumbo Man is there, but Kizu is as well. They pop the BKB, so he is going to be able to stay alive through this for the moment. At least Bear is on top of him. Alchemist chasing now, able to find Puppy, but he's already used Global, and it looks like over to the side here, mid one. doing a decent amount of damage. They have already taken down Mind Control, though, and now MP is going to go down. They do find that kill. Double for Miracle. iG.Vitalityy also to fall. 3 down, and no buyback on 2 of them. It looks like they're also going to be able to maybe take Keizu and mid one, who are way the hell over in the corner of the map. Please just don't come after me. There's no... He has TP in his backpack, so it looks like they are going to let those guys get away with that one, but... Well, that was a pretty terrible fight.
A little bit too much effort to chase. Yeah, it seems like they're really feeling the pressure. They felt the need to go for a slightly risky play. But the way that fight opened up was pretty bad for Secret. They walk in and they just see Matamba Man, who's probably the worst target to kill straight away. Doesn't really care, doesn't offer that much damage in team fights. He's pretty much guaranteed to get at least his wave off, probably a stun too, and then he just comes back to this illusion. Plus, he's giving you the Vengeance aura, which is going to be reducing your damage. So if someone like MP kills him, effectively just like fight losing in itself. But tower down, Keizu back, going to save the tier 3 tower. And make good use of this Nyx eggs.
Would always play this just so safe, never wanting to give away anything, and making sure that they aren't throwing this game out. They're waiting for daytime. Pressure could come though, and it's worth noting that both of these tier 3 towers on the outside are still standing, so not an easy push by any stretch of the imagination. I think Alchemist is just a monster right now.
Yeah, are you watching him attack creeps?
That's absurd.
With the Moonshard, it's just on a whole other level.
Look at this guy go. Now, an Aghanim Scepter, I guess next person is probably Brew. That's pretty solid.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think Kuro
the only thing I could
one.
see is the additional stun from Kuro is mega value. If you're maybe not comfortable with all the micro that's involved with the Brewmaster, but I'm sure Mind Control's fine with that. The secondary clap is pretty sick.
Yeah, definitely. All of that slow. And I guess the BKB charges aren't necessarily running low by any means, but once they do wear off, that starts to really end up mattering a lot. But Roshan gonna be respawning. It's sort of middle of the road as far as timings are concerned, and Matamba Man might just sit here and wait for it. The fact that he's been able to be this effective in spite of how bad that early game went for him is really impressive, and obviously tremendously helped.
He's like, wait, why am I in here? I have a helm. I'll just go wave this camp, grab the creep, I'm out of here. Like, what am I doing with my life? He's been educated. He's been escalated. He is no longer a creep. You're right. He has made that bounce back.
Yeah.
Life's good now.
Oh, he gives him Vengeance Aura as well. It's decent stuff. Scotty going to be picked up for him next. Getting closer to it, although you obviously want to save for buyback. Secret at this point. I'm not sure exactly. It feels like they've tried the majority of things that can really work. Going for wraparounds, trying to make the smoke plays, but would just this edge, not giving it up.
They always have to be worried about some sort of a smoke play up the mid lane too. So they're very cautious about coming out to push this. And while you're doing that, just making sure nothing's going to go wrong, they're in there roashing. And now Mind Control brought down at the beginning of that last fight. It's going to be difficult to do it again. And there's a cheese in there too, handle off to Matamba Man.
Do we see... Yeah, Brewmaster did get the Aghanims, by the way. So we'll have that in this next fight, and imagine that a Blink Hex is going to start this one off onto whoever the heck they can find.
Oh, man.
Even Matamba Man just goes for the swap in. Ooh. One playing with fire. Oh, what?
Worried. I guess just too far caught out. Worried about what's going to happen. Trying to find that perfect timing.
Yeah.
Very surprising. I'm sure that caught them by surprise too. Miracle wasn't even there, but at the same time, he can always just be called in any moment, and yeah, it's going to happen right now.
Oh, God. That... I mean, all right, let's be honest. That if they lose because of that, it's not necessarily just because of that. Liquid is very far ahead at this point. But still, you hate to see that type of thing happen.
It's hard to tell. He might have thought they were just about to blink in on top of them. That could have been like that big game-winning play that he was trying to make.
Totally. Waiting for the macro pyre to wear off now. MP still pushing. You can just show how much respect Liquid have right now for Secret. They are not willing to walk up this high ground and fear of this stuff happening and dodging back away from the Impale.
They know where Nyx is from that Impale. Pinging him out.
Now, stun there. A lot of damage being dealt. They're going to force staff him forward. Matumba Man able to pull back out Miracle, so he is going to take a ton of damage from this one and able to eat it up, so still alive. Keizu tries to jump away. They get the sheep off. Mana Leak as well. They swap him back in again, but Matumba Man wants this. The stun does come out on Ikuro himself, though, but Keizu gone in an instant. Oh, man, Miracle is too freaking big, and Puppy going to get pounded in the head. Miracle trying to get that kill. Wasn't quite online and needs to go to the shrine to stay alive. It is going to help in a secondary shrine. He's still alive for the moment. They are trying to make this work as, well, Miracle gets sheeped up. They're controlling him for the moment, and MP is starting to get the hits off. This might be enough here. If they could somehow manage to bring him, it would be absolutely huge. The right click's still going. All of the racks are gone in this bottom lane, but the blade mail turnaround, and there it is.
Control.
MP goes down. Mind Control making the plays, and the swap back in with the illusion from the Venge. There goes DOTA as well. They're all going to end up dying here. Liquid with the plays. Mind Control still has the Aegis. They don't give a damn. Oh, they're going to come back in again. The Matumba Man illusion doing the work in this fight. He is finally going to drop there as mid one also going to take the damage. Global Silence comes out, and, well, this is the ice path. They're trying to keep him back as desperately as they can. Mind Control chasing down Puppy. They need 14 seconds until Lone Druid is back up, and this is going to be a stun for Miracle. He's going to hit himself here. But Silencer TPing in, or staffed out. Looks like they want to try and escape. They don't want to chase this one down too much. And mid one, they catch him with 3. Okay, nice Dream Coil down there as well. He has the Sheep 6 still, but he ends up getting sheeped himself. He's trying to do the damage, swapping again. Mid one in trouble. MP is doing the damage in the back lines. They take down Mind Control, and there's the Impale and a Miracle. They might be able to bring him down here. This is a huge kill for them. 1,000 gold into the coffers of MP. I don't know if it's still going to be enough here.
His own concoction, Lotus Orb back to him to stun and in place for the Impale.
GH dropping. They find that kill as well. That's going to be 2-3 down throughout the course of this fight, as well as the gem, and they still hold a lane of racks. So everybody bought back pretty much, and everybody loses gold. But I'm not sure if it's worth with the 3 buybacks.
Yeah, I mean, they got the lane, so sure Liquid are fine with what just happened, but they're still in the game for secrets, so pretty much the best they could have hoped for. Some sort of a big play down mid, see if they can force this buyback of the Alchemist.
Well, it's 50 seconds before Alka's back up, and I don't know if they have the damage to deal with this until then. They have split. Tower dropping, it's gone.
Question is, like, can you stop yourself from getting stunned into a way that when he buys back, you're not just immediately dead on MP? Right. So he goes down.
Oh, God. They queue up the Sheep Stick as well, but Echo Cell going to take it off. Now turning onto the back of them again. One is here, but it was a long lift up.
Oh, man. It's 20 more seconds. It's like, is it worth forcing Alex buyback? I'm going to use my own here. This is pretty rough. You really want it. You're going to get it.
And now they need to be very careful about how they back out. Oh, good swap. Mid one into another Sheep, and that hurts.
That was a beautiful setup. Mind Control had it pre-cast for sure on that puck, because the moment he got swapped in, that Brewmaster whipped around. Gave him the scythe. Matumba Man playing very well. He's had a lot of key swaps this game.
Well,
showing off some mental fortitude with that start as well.
100 seconds after the kill now until we have the puck back up and online, and it looks like Liquid are probably going to take this one, barring a miracle. Fortunately, he's on the other team. Nyx, have a nice stun. We'll catch onto 2 with that one. Ice Path onto 3. Okay, that's a decent way to start. Miracle actually dropping pretty low, but Matumba Man again, always there for his buddy. MP running away, Mind Control chasing as well. Keizu is going to be able to hit another stun here, and, well, the Impale also connect. Global Silence comes out. They just don't have the damage as of yet onto Miracle to bring him down. The opposite BKB turns to fight. That's going to be another kill going their way. Stun now going to come out. Puppy in trouble. MP in trouble. A huge Impale, but it's all for naught. Buyback on the Lone Druid. Maybe it's not all for naught.
I got split in 5 seconds.
Yeah, Miracle. He's needing to run out of here. They throw out the Lotus Orb onto him, getting slowed by the Scotty, and, well, another huge Impale coming out. Keizu making the plays for him. Can they do this? Secret, desperately hanging on, but MP, he ends up going down 60 seconds without him, and it was just all too much for them. The life steal, the Spell Steal, and now the tower's fallen. Liquid take game number 1.
Wow. Impressive laning stage coming in from Secret. Seemed like they had a pretty good edge. Carried themselves into that mid game. But Liquid really danced around there, getting Miracle up to that Radiance. A couple nights